Even for adults, but especially for vulnerable children, it's very important to have the basic needs covered, like having food, protective shelter, and feeling safe in a home environment. But also get loving attention and support from loved ones who are like role models. Teach kids about creative time, learning, playing, having healthy boundaries, and allowing them to express themselves freely. If these needs are not met or only met inconsistently, that can result in certain damages in the child's soul. Especially when children don't feel safe at home, they tend to develop defense mechanisms and coping skills in order to survive in that environment. When we get into a completely different life situation as an adult, these strategies usually cause more harm than benefits, limiting us reaching our full potential in the present moment. Sometimes childhood traumas can be the reason behind some illnesses that manifest in the body because the child never had the opportunity to learn effective tools to process their emotions. We remember some of these experiences like a picture that got saved and burnt in our mind. But many times these memories got saved into the subconscious mind and we're not even aware of them or don't have direct access to them as an adult. These are protective self-defense mechanisms of the brain. Still, whenever a trigger brings up the memory, our body reacts the same way like when the event occurred and starts producing stress hormones. Even if these past hurts that are energetically saved in our bodies and wired in our mind not certainly manifest in physical illnesses, they can still cause us developing unhealthy patterns, self-sabotaging in some areas of life, and having difficulties with establishing healthy relationships. When the inner child is wounded, people usually have problems with intimacy and affection, always feel the needs to control the situations and others' behavior, feeling guilty, shameful, unworthy, not good enough, finding it hard to open up to others, expressing their needs or how they feel. Some are perfectionists and can easily turn into people pleasers, not to be rejected or abandoned by others. Often have anxieties, but may also have unexplained anger outbursts or aggressive behavior and can develop any kinds of addictions or eating disorders as a grown-up. Healing our inner child and reprogramming the subconscious mind is not only possible for everyone, but is necessary for our well-being. Just like we talked about finding the root cause of the illness, here too, the most effective way to heal our soul is to identify the old self, the scared, vulnerable little child in you who created these harmful patterns while longing for love and attention. We need to heal the inner child, give them lots of love, and release the past hurts, negative patterns, and beliefs like you were not lovable or didn't deserve. We need to start with self-love, acceptance, and forgiveness of ourselves and others to be able to start this new journey we're creating. But how to forgive them? Understanding the karmic cycles and compassion can lead you to the answer. How much do you actually know about your parents or grandparents or other family members' childhood who caused you pain? Do you know what might have happened to them and what made them become who they are or caused them to act the way they did? Imagine them as a little child who went through even more horrible things that you had to. See them how desperately they are trying to find someone who can give them safety and love, but there is no one around. They had to protect themselves, developing their own self-defense mechanism. They were possibly not aware of how to heal themselves before you came into the picture, or they may not even be aware of it now. Possibly we've been soulmates through multiple lifetimes with my mom. In one of my past lives, my mom was my daughter and I was her father. This current role switch and specific experiences we went through allowed us to learn how the other felt in the previous life. After releasing the past with a karmic ritual, we could manage to break free from our karmic cycle. It was a beautiful journey for us, creating a connection that is way above a mother-daughter roleplay. If you have a family member who hurt you in any ways, I want you to just consider the possibility that you may have been the one causing the same pain to them in the previous life. When I learned about our complete story, I managed to let go of the blame of everyone. We also had to forgive ourselves and others to release our karma. Forgiving the ones who caused you pain doesn't mean you need to let go of healthy boundaries or letting harmful people back into your life, but having compassion towards them, knowing that they too need healing, helps you to forgive and let go of the past. Holding on to anger doesn't teach life lessons to the people who cause you pain. It will only make you sick. It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. These emotional blockages are poisons for your body and soul, so let them go. Forgiving them and forgiving yourself supports your healing and breaking the karmic cycles. Remember that you had an agreement on a soul level that in this life you will teach each other a lesson. Maybe a past life regression can give a clear picture of why certain events meant to happen between you two, but it's not necessary to know in order to be willing to forgive. It may not happen from one day to another, but sending out the message to the universe that you are now willing to forgive and move on with your life will help you attract certain events and experiences that will support you to release the guilt, fear, shame, hate, or anger. Whatever happened was meant to happen, made you stronger, and helped you become the person who you are in this moment. In our meditation today, we will be working on releasing these blockages and breaking the karmic cycles.